All right, blessings, everyone. Okay, because it's been a long while between videos, I would just want to recap here on what my focus here is on, okay, and my outcome. I am talking about the vision that I received at the age of 12 when Jesus came to me and whispered in my ear, "Do you know that you have a Father in heaven?" Then he proceeded to give me 3 visions that I know now is one prophecy broken in 3 parts. Because when I saw and stood in my vision, I remembered where I first saw it. I was standing on the Detroit, on the Windsor border, right here at the river. And I looked over and I saw the city. And I knew right away that this was my vision. When I found out about the tunnel and then I saw the bridge, there was no convincing me otherwise that I was standing in my vision. And this vision, again, was given to me by Jesus, who whispered in my ear, "Do you know that you have a Father in heaven?" And then it was in, I believe, 2015, 16, something around there, sometime around there. That's when I had the dream. And this dream came in, again, 3 parts. One was the fire on the mountains. It was just burning, and I looked off to my left as we were descending from the mountain. We, I say, because there was a presence beside me, but I couldn't identify. And the voice was so low I couldn't hear the words. So when I looked over to my left, all the mountains were on fire. And as we were descending, saw the valley. And in the valley, when I looked, I noticed that the officer, the law enforcement were wearing different colors. And they didn't belong to the city. They didn't belong to the province. There was something wrong with the color of uniform. And it was like lawlessness within the law. I saw them beating on people. And as we descended from the mountain, that's when I saw this metal that was floating over my head. And the way to describe it would be just that it looked like metal without wheels, a car looking underneath a car, but with no wheels. And this was the end. Now that's what I saw. I didn't understand it. Like when I saw my vision as I stood there on the Windsor side looking at Detroit, I still knew that there was some destruction that was going to take place, but I never understood it. It was like a sealed book, no different than my dream as being sealed. And now it's like the sealed book is now being opened to understanding. And this is what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so let's get started here. Now again, this is looking into the valley and pulling things out a little bit here and there, okay? So here, this is a former RCMP commissioner. Okay, and now all I wanted to show you here is what I noticed, what his pin. And I don't know if you can see it clearer here, but it looks like a scorpion pin. And we know that he's on national TV. He knows he's going on national TV. And we know when you put a pin on that it means something. It's sentimental to you, right? I just want to see if I can get a better shot here. Okay, so yeah, looks like a scorpion. But the bug anyway, right? To me, that looks like a scorpion. So that was one thing that I noticed right off the bat in the interview of the Fifth Estate, which is an hour program here in Canada that talks about the current events. And she's doing an interview with Pat King here, is the one that I followed and found out that he was an amputee, okay, which again I'll explain as we go along. So it's about Pat King here and the organizations and the anyway. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show here was the scorpion. But there was something that came up that I wasn't even looking for again, and I think it's worthy of knowing. So now this patch here, okay, is they call themselves Dagalon. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, Dagalon. But here it's more so like I want to talk about the lining going from one corner to the next. If you look into this, you'll understand the meaning of what's going on here. Now, again, this is, I'm going to let her explain, and then I'm just going to jump right back in again, okay? So I just want you to understand what this is here.
A far-right extremist group called Diagolon.
When we saw the badges on the vest, the Diagolon vests, it's like, oh, okay, that kind of makes a lot of sense now. This is a province that has some history of these kind of, insurrectionist kind of ideologies. So, the Aryan Guard, Blood and Honor, these hate groups that were very violent. I mean, this is something that's not entirely unusual here.
This is our last shot, man.
Diagolon was founded by Jeremy Mackenzie, a veteran who himself was arrested for possessing weapons before joining the convoy from Nova Scotia.
Okay, that's about what I want you to know about that, okay? So here, this is what happened. So, okay, so we have the line, here we have, okay, so we know that they are a part of, okay? Then I saw the plaid here, and I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here with the plaid? So I looked it up, and I found this. Where is it? Sorry, I gotta show you this before I go there. Sorry about that. Okay, so the line going from corner to corner, and they were always saying, hold the line, hold the line, hold the line. Okay, and then this is what I found. This was right in front of me. Breaching the Hitler line, the first Canadians in Italy, the 23rd of May, 1944. Okay, Hitler line. It was the Canadians that breached the Hitler line. 1944. 23rd of May. Okay, so I thought, hold the line, hold the line. Again, they were calling each other Hitler. This was really crazy stuff that was going on. And then I saw this, okay? So I'm thinking, okay, hold the line. Then I saw the plaid. So then I looked this up. Plaid, position, location, identification. I'm going to go over this a few times. What does plaid stand for? Plaid stands for position, location, and identification. How to abbreviate position, location, identification. Position, location, identification can be abbreviated as plaid. The meaning of plaid abbreviation. Answer, the meaning of plaid abbreviation is position, location, identification, and so on. You can look into that, okay? Plaid, position, location, and identification. Well, this really set me to going back to this one video, and this is all I saw at the front line when they were yelling out, hold the line, hold the line. And that would be okay, so here you're going to see here, this is the front line. This is where all the military, the clubs, the guns, the pistols, the horses, all, the armed force, right? Again, this is the emergency act that's been declared. So against its own people. So here, this is what I want to show you. It was plaid. Here they come. Okay, sorry. Start seeing the yellow. Okay, the yellow should be coming in first. The yellow plaid. There you go, the yellow here. Yellow glove. Plaid, and you're going to start seeing it here. Plaid, and there was another one beside him. There's the black and white done there. See? All of a sudden you're seeing plaid. Position, location, identification. Hold the line. There you go. Plaid, position, location, identification. Hold the line. Okay, so we have the line going through the diagon. Sorry, again, I can't pronounce that. And again, we have the Canadian position, location, identification. Okay. So here's where it sealed it for me.
Millions of Canadians are with us, and we were willing to fight and die for this country before, and we'll do it again.
Jeremy Mackenzie never claimed to be a protest organizer, and he remains free.
It's hard being slaves.
A video apparently placing him at a goat farm. But a Telegram post was far less playful. Our resolve is infinite, he wrote recently. Their ammunition is finite.
Now that was fully loaded, what he just said there. Our resolve is infinite, their ammunition is finite. Well, I looked into it a little bit, and it brought me right back again to my vision, the one I saw at the age of 12, that was given to me by Jesus. Here. Woe to Ariel. Show you. Woe to Ariel. Okay, here we go. And the multitude of the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. Okay, so now Ariel here is, Isaiah 29. Woe to Ariel. Now, Ariel here is represented and means symbolic. In the symbolic of it is Jerusalem. So Ariel here is Jerusalem. Okay, so I'm going to go into this a little further as we keep going. Okay, but right now I got to stop here and talk about this for a moment, because this is what really was an eye-opener to me, that this was all about my vision and what I saw. And then, okay, and I'll just explain that later. Sorry, I'm just jumping ahead of myself here. It's just so much. Okay, so the multitude of the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her minion, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. amazing. Okay, so here I looked up minion because I really didn't know what it was, and so I looked it up, and it's military weapons, ammunition, equipment, and stores. And I recommend that you look up stores in the spiritual meaning of it. Okay, in the scriptures, the stores, important here. So it was ammunition, stores. Okay, so then I went to finite. Okay, this is what he said. It was finite, right? Yeah, come on. Finite. So I looked up finite, ammunition and finite. Now we're looking at aerial here, okay? This is coming from the vision I received at the age of 12 where I first saw it, and now it is being unsealed for me to understand what to do with this now. And where is that? Finite. Right here. Finite. Hold on, because we're going through something here, okay? Now, what is a finite mind? We are conditioned by our internal experience of thoughts, feelings, and sensations, and so we seem to become limited by and as the finite mind. Through perception, infinite consciousness refracts the one reality into numerous forms without ever ceasing to be itself. This is Jonathan Clegg, the two as many, one as many. Okay, this is Jonathan Clegg's ministry here. All right, so let me just repeat that one more time here. We are conditioned by our internal experience of thoughts, feelings, and sensations, and so we seem to become limited by and as the finite mind. Through perception, infinite consciousness refracts the one reality into numerous forms without ever ceasing to be itself. Okay. I touched on MK Ultra. I've touched on mind control, Operation Paperclip, and here I found the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, which I believe to be true. I have experienced some things that Mary had experienced with Jesus, and I stand by that. Okay, so here Mary asks Jesus, how does he who sees the vision see it, through the soul or through the spirit? The Savior answered and said, he does not see it through the soul nor through the spirit, but the mind that is between the two, that is what sees the vision, and it is, it being spirit. Okay, believe that's what it says here, it. So we have, but the mind that is between the two, that is what sees the vision, and it is. Okay. Finite. Okay, I almost forgot to show you this. This is again an RCMP he retired from the RCMP because he did not want to take the shots. So again, what's the worst of two evils? Because we're looking at plaid, position, location, identification. Both sides. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it?